Alexandra Palace has been busy. So busy, in fact, that they didn't have time to wrap things up last year or the year before that.
What a waste.
Agreed. So instead, here's a look back at what you've been part of in the last 2 years, 1 month, and a bit. Alexandra Palace is widely referred to as the People's Palace, a home for entertainment and education for people from all walks of life to enrich lives through great experiences forever. Blimey, that's a mouthful. But in 2015, they set themselves their biggest challenge yet, to reopen their Victorian theatre after nearly a century gathering dust. Here it is in 1920, here it is in 2017, and here it is today. Still looking rough around the edges, but that was kind of the point.
They've kept a lot of the kind of faded grandeur on the inside. It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Frank. Since opening, it's been used for Shakespeare, comedy, live music, strippers, that's me on the left, for charity, of course. Oh, and while they were at it, they restored the entire East Court and gave it a funky new floor. The theatre has won a great number of awards, including this one and this one. Even the paint won an award. But none of this would have been possible without you, and you, and you, and you, and you. In the last 2 years, Alexandra Palace has played host to the Chemical Brothers, Rudimental, New Order, The Prodigy, Slaves, Idle Churches. Gig after gig sold out, including the legendary AJ Tracey, with the FT describing Ali Pali as a new yardstick of success for British rappers. And they weren't our only fans.
If you're a UK musician, this is somewhere you aspire to play in.
I think it's in the country's DNA, Alexandra Palace, in a way that some other venues aren't.
I've since been learning about this rich history, and so it was on my bucket list to become part of it.
It's such a classic and important place for London and live shows, and it has such a long history.
A very long history, Robin. So long, in fact, they recently celebrated 50 years since the 14-hour Technicolor Dream. Elsewhere, Ali Pali played a large part in the community, helping people to dance, remember, read and create. Underneath the foundations of the palace, more work was underway. Basements, which were dark and dingy, became the home of immersive theatre. On the silver screen, the ice rink went all Hollywood and had a visit from Lord Sugar himself. Robbie Williams put on a Christmas show, and it seems Jaguar couldn't find the car park. In sport, Petr Cech traded football for ice hockey. Red Bull careered down the hill. Queues were chalked, balls were smashed. And as for darts, well, if you've ever been, you'll know. Outside, the park hosted its biggest outdoor festival for 30 years. And if that wasn't enough, hundreds of thousands of you indulged in your passions. From yogis and modelers to knitters and Arctic lorry drivers. Oh, and of course, there was that little firework display up on the hill that's been going for, get this, over 100 years. So in 2020, we promise we'll... Let me do that again. So in 2020, we promise we'll try our hardest to keep on top of it all, but with so much coming up, it's probably best you see for yourself.